Hey there guys, it's Salis, and welcome back to Retro Wednesdays. This week we're going way back to 1985. That's right people, we are actually crossing my own timeline and going back to before I was built. Don't worry, to correct the timeline, this is actually the Sega Genesis port of this game, which was released many years after the event. This is a game which literally started its own franchise. This is Where in the World is Carmen Sandiago? This stuff was huge, and I'm not kidding. It always starts off here at the Acme Com link, where you have to log in as yourself. So the game will actually call you by name, which is kind of cool. And it doesn't restrict you to 3 characters, which some games did. So I can actually be called Salis for a change. Choose your gender. I am, of course, a man. And the security code, it's got a password system because you're supposed to go through and arrest all of Carmen's gang before you go after Carmen. Of course, we're starting a new game, so just press the start button. Now, this is actually quite clever. This is randomly generated. The start of the game is always a different place every time. This case, we're starting off in Cairo. And my assignment is to track down the thief and arrest them. And you do this in the following ways. First of all, you got to do it before Sunday at 5 PM, which is noted in the bottom left of the screen. Now, I'll be honest here. The city it sends you to isn't necessarily reflected in the picture that you get given. So, in this case, I'm going to Cairo, but it shows a picture of the Sphinx and the pyramids, just to give you some kind of context of where you are in the world. Big, famous landmarks, obviously easy to note. Now, you've got a few options at the bottom. You can choose your options. You can choose to travel. You can choose to search. And you can compile a database. First thing you want to do every time you enter a new place is search. And you want to go to the sports club first. For some reason, you want to go to a sports club to find info. And you get one of these lovely, colourful characters. And he says, all I know is that he planned to swim in the Indian Ocean. Right, the first thing we know now is it's a man. So you go into your database. Create a warrant. Sex, male. Then you exit. This warrant is what you're going to need to keep building as you go through and explore. Obviously, you search again to find other clues. And, yeah, you do walk very slowly to these buildings, but you can speed that up. And apparently this tugboat captain says he paddled away in a canoe flying a golden lion flag. Not much helps us with the warrant, so we search again. This time I'm going to speed it up. Foreign Ministry. Yeah, you can speed it up by pressing the A button. And the attaché says, I saw the person you're looking for, and he said he was going to have tea with the president. He talked about great mountains. Now, we've exhausted all of our search options for this location, so we go to travel. And now we have to look around all of these places, right? It's obviously not San Marino. And now he said he wanted to swim in the Indian Ocean. So, we go to Colombo. And it gives you a little bit of a fact about the place you're in. And you search. Search the museum. Now this means you're on the right track because you've just spotted a henchman. As the game just clearly pointed out. And the docent says, I saw the person you're looking for and he planned to study the composition of gases in an active volcano. Again, not much help with the warrant. So you keep searching. Now again, this is something for the warrant. He has a tattoo. So, back to the warrant. Features. He has a tattoo. Exit the menu. You want to try and fill out that warrant as fast as possible and as much as possible. So, let's go to the palace. He left in a vehicle flying a green and white flag. I noticed a tattoo on his arm. Same info. So, you now have to search around all these places. Again, the places change every time because you've only got a limited number of places you can go. And he wanted volcanoes, green and white flag. So you fly again. Again, you can speed the flight up. Again, more info. We'll search the hotel. Oh, and he's wearing a sombrero now for some reason. I saw the person you're looking for and he was interested in visiting Shinto shrines. Okay, I've got a fairly shrewd idea of where we've got to go next, but we need the warrants. A suspicious person was here and he was looking for information on Shinto shrines. He had red hair. That's warrant information. Select the red hair and exit menu. We only have 2 more things to find on the warrant. So we're going to go from the library to the palace again. It's another palace, because why not? A reliable source told me he drove off in a vehicle flying a red and white flag. Yep, definitely got a shrewd idea of where we've got to go now. Tokyo. Yes, we all know about Japan. Right, we're going to search the bank. You can speed those up as well. It's actually really funny to hold down the A button while they're sneaking across the screen, especially when they're walking. Sources told me he changed his money to dollars. He had red hair. We know about the red hair, thank you, sir. Airport. The person you're looking for was here, and he left in a plane with a red and white and blue flag on its wing. He talked about great... Now, this is quite good, because they give you more information, some of them, so you have to press C to open the next window. He talked about mountains. Okay, we'll search the last place. I heard he said he was going to a barbecue with the Prime Minister. Some of the clues in this do throw you off slightly. So, you see where you can fly to next. And you head to Sydney, in Australia. Check the hotel. Right, this means we are really close to catching the guy. The word's out, you're getting too close, Gumshoe. Right. Now, with what we've got in the warrant, you can try to compute. Suspect Len Bulk. You now have a warrant to arrest Len Bulk. So you search again, and it doesn't matter where you go now. You can go to the airport or the stock exchange, because he'll be in either one. So we walk up there. Yep, we know we're getting close. So he could be in either one, so you always have to check. Right, here we go. There goes the suspect. Here come the police. Off-screen fight. And we got him. And we're sweeping up the pieces. And that is pretty much all you have to do. You have to keep going back through to capture all of Carmen's gang, and eventually it will lead you to Carmen Sandiago herself. And you always get a promotion every time you beat someone. I am now a sleuth from Gumshoe. So, allow me to make a conclusion on this while we're here. Is it a bad game? No. Is it a good game? Yes. It may look very, very simplistic. But that's because in 1985, you didn't have very, very sophisticated machines. In fact, I can actually give you a list of every machine it was released on. It was released on the PC, the Amiga, the Amstrad CPC, the Apple II, Commodore 64, DOS, Macintosh, the Sega Master System, the Sega Genesis, the NES, the SNES, and the TurboGrafx CD. So, for some of those lower, less capable systems, like the Commodore 64, and for stuff that didn't have very complicated games, this was actually really, really good. Unfortunately, when you compare it to some of the other Genesis titles, some of the more fast-paced, more action-orientated stuff, Sonic the Hedgehog springs to mind, it does look a bit bad. But you've got to take it in its historical context. This is a good game. And as a kid, growing up, this was brilliant. Because I was never a big fan of geography. But everything I knew in geography class came from this game. There was always something that this game would teach you. Which now, looking back at it, is actually quite insidious. This game is trying to educate you while you're being entertained. But it's really, really fun. Plus, you actually memorise things. So, don't take this game as anything less than absolutely fantastic. I mean, this game started its own franchise. From something as simple as this. So, I would definitely say this is a must-have if you are going for a serious Sega Genesis collection. Or any of the other systems. If you're trying to collect the games for them, get it on any of them. It's essentially the same. But it's really, really fun. Plus, speeding up those animations is really hilarious. So, thank you for watching once again, and until next week, I've been Salis. I narrowly avoided a time paradox, and I will see you next time.